So, United, well, not lose, I was about to say lose, and it basically does feel like a loss. But United lose, freaking not lose again. United draw 2-2 at Bournemouth away, and as expected, as always, when United, not lose again, when United draw, the reaction online and from fans has been absolutely bombastic. But here, on this channel, despite being disappointed, and despite being pissed off, and despite seeing the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again, we're here to provide a couple of different theories in a light-hearted manner. So let's get into it. So the first theory is that unlike what a lot of other people say, that the players don't care, that the players aren't trying, on the contrary, I believe that the players do care. How have I come to this conclusion after so many terrible performances? Well, if you look at the majority of the big games last season, and if you look at the big games this season, when the players know that the fans will be absolutely gutted if we lose, when the players know the pride of United is on the line playing against their rivals, the players have always stepped up. Aside from Manchester City, where we've always got trounced, aside from one game last January, which I can't really blame the players for, as City are an absolute robot, we've stepped up in all of the big games: Liverpool, Tottenham, Barcelona, Arsenal, etc, etc, etc. So if they didn't care, and they were just a bunch of shithouses, would we have performed so well in all of these games? So Mom, what do you rate this theory out of 10?
7 out of 10.
Thank you very much, Mother, for that contribution. I did want to get her in the video, as she does have a lot to say. But with the way we performed today, she's just a little too disappointed and a little too pissed off. But I will try and get her in the video before it ends. Let's see. So, on to my next theory. The next theory actually sort of ties into theory number 1, where according to this theory, we're being absolutely exposed due to Ten Hag's tactics. In these smaller games, the opposition teams takes the position of United in them bigger games where they're massively up for the game, they're going absolutely gung-ho, and it's in these games where United's motivation might be slightly lacking, where tactics need to come to the fore to counteract the hungriness of the opposition team and players and fans. And just looking at it since Ten Hag has came in, we've never had any answer in the smaller games. We're always scraping by. I said it a lot of times last season. Do you remember Fulham in the FA Cup quarterfinals? We scraped by them due to Mitrovic absolutely losing his head. Do you remember the round before that in the FA Cup against West Ham, where we just about scraped by West Ham due to that amazing Garnacho goal? And there's a plethora of other games that I could mention. Ammonia at home, and when we don't manage to scrape by, we end up just losing terribly. Look at Fulham a few weeks ago at home. So Mom, what do you give this theory out of 10?
8 out of 10.
She will be getting on camera soon. So, theory number 3, and this theory is that the players are just playing way too many games, which is hindering them from fully showcasing their full ability. I remember reading a stat a few months ago that since the conclusion of the World Cup, United, at that point, had played the most games out of any team in Europe, bar none. And to support this theory, let's delve a little deeper. Many a times, they actually have shown great ability, but many a times we can only show this for 30 to 45 minutes. Do you remember the 2 games against Galatasaray a few months ago? We absolutely blew Galatasaray apart for the first 45, 30, 35 minutes. We blew Galatasaray away for the first 30 minutes of the second half of the game at home. We blew Copenhagen away from home until Rashford got sent off. And there's been many other examples of this. And then theory number 4, so that wasn't the final theory, is that Ten Hag actually is a good manager, and it's the fact that he hasn't got a full 11 of his players that is actually making him look bad. And what is there to support this theory? Well, number 1, he actually did a really good job before he came to Man United. Yeah, people mentioned the collapse in the semi-final of the Champions League against Tottenham, but you can't hold something like that against a manager forever. He did really well to get to that stage. He did really well against Tottenham up until the last 10 or 5 minutes or whatever it was, and that little collapse in that last 5 minutes, you can't blame it just all on the manager. The players have to take some responsibility too. Also, that high energy chaotic football that I am talking about, the high press total football style that Ten Hag is supposedly known for, we have shown glimpses of that. So why are we not seeing this on a more consistent basis? Well, he's had a lot of his players out injured, and it might just be a case of the players being lazy and they don't want to run around for the full 90 minutes. So Mom, why are you not showing your face properly today?
I don't want to show him.
Are you too embarrassed?
Yes.
After that performance?
Yes.
It is currently 1:55 in the morning. The TV is off. And why is that?
Just because of...
You're just too pissed off. And what did you think of that performance?
Oh shit.